Well, hi, Connie. Good to see you.
Hi, Tram. Good to see you. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Just continue to work through all the state and local fun that we usually have.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of fun, what do you think about all the home rule cities in Colorado?
Boy, you talk about adding some fun and complexity. There's a lot of complexity in those home rule cities. They add on a layer of work for sure.
Yeah, no. And speaking of that layer of work, I mean, it is so many moving parts. It makes it really complicated, in helping all these companies, you know, properly comply in all those home rule jurisdictions. Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I think we have over 70 home rule jurisdictions that administer their own sales and use tax, sales and or use tax, I should say. And so it adds on a bunch of extra administrative work as well as some research and some digging to really understand the issues and how to comply in each of these jurisdictions.
Yeah. Do you know the history behind why we even have these home rule jurisdictions?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been involved for a long time with CTAC, which is Colorado Tax Auditor Coalition. It's a group that Colorado has that each of the home rule auditors get to come together every once in a while and, just periodically kind of meet about best practices and things that are going on in their jurisdictions and such. And, my understanding from talking with them is that the home rule cities prior to becoming a home rule city, Colorado would collect the tax on behalf of these jurisdictions and they would allocate and disperse out the tax revenues as they received them. But a lot of these home rule cities were not getting their monies timely, or they found errors in the amounts that were remitted back to them. And so in a lot of ways, they decided, hey, we can take this in-house and we can do this on our own. And so they've been doing it for quite a while now.
Wow, that sounds like an administrative nightmare. That many jurisdictions managing their own tax rules, their
Mhm.
licensing. I mean, how complicated can that get?
Yeah, and only the tip of the iceberg when tax laws are constantly changing, across the nation, and these tax laws also impact the local jurisdictions as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, so I guess in your mind, what are the main pain points, I guess, that,
Oh.
clients deal with?
I guess several. I think you get right down to the basics. Nexus, looking at Nexus and what creates a filing obligation for your company, just determining that that's different than the state, it's different from other states. It might be different from other cities. So even determining whether or not you need to file is and collect tax is one thing. I would say what is taxable, what is not taxable. Cities again have their own um, ability to tax different items or not choose not to tax different items, and also entities, exempt entities, and that sort of thing. Um, Completely varies across the board. So it gets really complicated really fast and just exponentially complicated for taxpayers to comply. There's different registration requirements, different licensing requirements, licensing renewal, different filing frequencies. You name it. Anything that you could come up with is probably something that complicates the matter of local home rule compliance.
Wow, yeah, that's a handful there that you've just highlighted, I guess. So yeah, no, I'm just tired. It makes me tired just hearing about all these complicated issues. And I mean, imagine businesses who are unaware. So I feel like it's really important, for people to understand, those nuances and those differences and those pain points. So yeah, no, I think you've hit all those really tough areas.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hopefully we can help taxpayers comply, and kind of the beauty of bringing it together in-house and to be able to be the go-between between the home rule jurisdictions and the taxpayers, and get more compliance ultimately.